I mean, usually I come in here, put my headphones on, throw a hat on, and kind of just be a fly on the wall, keep to myself.
Keeping a low profile might work in the gym, but not behind a sports desk.
Hey, welcome into sports. I'm John Dales. Missouri
The
Southern
recent graduate from Syracuse jumped right into the spotlight as KOAM sports director. He grew up in a Chicago suburb with a couple of competitive brothers and is the only one in his family who didn't pursue a career in finance.
My parents have always been super supportive of it. They are my biggest fans for sure. So they love it. Honestly, sometimes I think they love it more than I do.
It took a couple of months following graduation to land his first job. Stressful was the word he used to describe the wait.
More disappointing and a little discouraging, when I would hear people that were doing the same thing as me for 4 years, that they landed the job here or there. But I think that's one of the big parts too, is not necessarily comparing yourself to other people, being confident in who you are and knowing what you bring to the table. So that was part of it, but it was a little bit discouraging, I guess, for a little, seeing other people get jobs.
John Dales joins us now, one of the area's best college baseball His confidence and timing came together. KOAM was looking for someone to fill Jacob Leonard's position and meet some high expectations.
I literally had people tell me, they're you have big shoes to fill. We love Jacob, and he was great at this job. So I definitely feel that. But it's good, too, to, have a high standard to live up to. As his coach, what's been, I guess, the most impressive part of what he's done?
John's been living up to that standard in his short time here. Pick any sports metaphor, doing the heavy lifting, swinging for the fences, working to give fans what they came to see.
I think what I'm most excited about is, covering sports in the area, the passion that people have for local sports. I can tell, even just being here for a month, I can tell it's different here.
As you'd expect, coming from Chicago, he has different team loyalties than most around here.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals thing especially is different just because I grew up and the Cubs were not only my number one baseball team, but my number one team growing up I was a huge Cubs fan. So I hated the Cardinals. And then, coming here and having that.
But don't hold that against him. Notice he used the past tense, and he very much appreciates the sports fans in his new home.
I really like the people here. It's been people have been asking me oh, is it much of a culture change? I'm yeah, people are just genuinely friendlier here than, Chicago or New York. So I like that aspect of it.
And he'll be meeting a lot more people as he covers sporting events across the 4 states.
When I got this job, Jacob Leonard, my predecessor, told me he's one of the best things I can tell you to do is to be visible out in the community. So I really tried to do that a lot.
Except when he's in the gym, where he'll continue to keep a low profile.